Hello and welcome back to Ayaron's world. Well, I'm trying to get together the coloured wool I'm going to need for this piece of art. Now, one thing I've decided is that ice is... oops. Yeah, I didn't actually pick up the ice. Ice might work rather well for a light blue, because it's a lot easier to get. You know, because lapis, I've got some lapis and so on, so I can use it for the darker blue, but I don't really want to use it for the lighter blue. And for the design I'm going for, an awful lot of the background is a light blue, so I think I'm going to go with the ice. Because ice is slightly see-through, I'm going to have to make sure that that entire background is replaced with stone, so at least there's a consistency to it. So I've got my silk touch pick, so... And it's not going to be so close to the lava that it will melt or anything. But I'm still collecting the resources on that. Basically, I keep going in, I keep shearing the sheep, stuff like that. Figure I can also use dirt, soul sand, end stone, normal stone, and so on for, you know, various greys and that. But it's going to take a little while before that's ready. So what I wanted to do today was just get some basic tree farms down, because I've been running out of wood because I've been working on the flooring in the base. As I think I showed you that last episode or the one before that. I'm expanding the underground of my base because I want better item storage with item frames showing all the different types and so on. So I've been making this checker pattern around and so on. And that. Now, I've half-slabbed this because it means I don't have to worry so much about the lighting, because mobs can't spawn on the half-slabs. But I have put up these ceiling lights, which I quite like the look of. I might try and add some up here as well. This is just access maintenance to the switches. So basically, there's a lever on top of that end stone, and then and that adds power to the end stone. And then when you add the block underneath it, the redstone lamp underneath it, you get the lights. So I'm pretty certain that there is room up there that I could do the similar thing in there, because there's what, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's a gap of 3 there. So I've got room to get in and do that. But I'm running low on wood. So I want some slightly better tree farms. Basically, I want proper areas set aside for maximum efficiency. Oh, that's frozen again. For maximum efficiency farming. There we go. Start that running. So let's take a look at where I could do this. Now, I've got to get some glass panes back to fix that. So one of the things I'm thinking is that jungle trees will, you know, the most efficient way to get the wood from the jungle trees is to grow the massive ones. But then, of course, they're tricky to chop down unless you've got easy access to the top of them. So one of the things I thought is that I could have a very small jungle tree growing area there, maybe. And then I could have ladders or a water elevator or something that gets me to the top of there, which is where I was planning on building a lookout tower or post. And then there could be sort of access to the top of the jungle trees, and then I could just sort of chop down from them. You know, chop them from the top down, and that would be relatively easy. Now, this is where my impromptu tree farm is. So there is probably reasonable to have an oak tree farm, which would be, because of the way oak trees build, it would be small, high-intensity farm. And then I could have an area for pine trees and spruce trees, which need to spread out a little more. There's also room there, of course. But I don't really want to have an intensive tree farm directly out the back of my bedroom. So I'm going to start with the oak tree farm. Now I got a design off some form of Minecraft wiki on the Wonder How To site, which seems like a reasonable design. I'm going to tweak it slightly to use jack-o'-lanterns rather than torches, because if the jack-o'-lanterns are embedded into the ground, it will make I won't be in danger of accidentally knocking the torches out as I harvest stuff. So let me just get the material together that I think I'll need to get this started, and I'll see you on the wherever it is I decide to put it. Okay, so I figure here's a good place for my basic oak tree farm. There's a reasonable bit of flat space there, and it'll be nice and compact. So let me just build this. One second. Sorry about that. A message from my mother popped up on Google Talk, and it was covering the tutorial. It was covering the design I was trying to use. Okay, so first I need to dig out 9 blocks this way. This diamond shovel's not going to last much longer. I think I've got a spare somewhere. So let's oh, far too efficient. Far too efficient. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You've got to sort of do everything at like maximum length away. And then I want to go 13 blocks that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll count the rest out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so that's my outer perimeter, which I wanted to fill with sandstone, because I thought it might make a nice contrast. Okay, so I want to replace some of these with pumpkins. Well, not with pumpkins, but with jack-o'-lanterns. So let's just make a load of them, and we'll dig this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, on the short length. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So that's a pumpkin, which will, well, a jack-o'-lantern, which will provide light for the leaves and so on. The sun's going down. I should be secure enough. I occasionally get like a skeleton spawning on a spot somewhere out there. I'm not quite sure where. But I rarely see mobs inside the perimeter. Hang on, I've gone wrong somewhere. The placing of these is quite important, because that's what's going to determine the placing of the lights inside the area as well. And you want to, maximize the number of oak saplings you'll be able to get in. So let's start again. Go from there, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 away from the corner. Then there should be 1, 2, 3, and that. Then there should be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that. Then there should be 4 to the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This side it's 1, 2, 3, then that. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah. I put this one in the wrong place. There we go. That's where I went wrong. So then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one's only 2 away from that corner. Okay. So then what we're doing is we want to place ones... Well, okay, first I'm going to replace... I'm going to get rid of all the grass in here because... Oh no, grass is going to spread in. Right, so I don't want grass... Reboot mouth. Speak in proper sentences. I want the inside of this to be dirt simply because it, you know, it does give a nice visual contrast between the inside of the tree farm and the outside of the tree farm. But grass will spread across a gap of 1. So what I want to do is add a pathway around the outside, which will be made of cobblestone. And I want to do that before I put the dirt inside. Otherwise the grass will spread. So I think a 3 wide path, because that's what I've been doing in most places. You know, my pathways there are 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, yes. Okay, so I've just put a single layer of half slabs round that will stop the grass from spreading in. I'll complete the paths and connect it up to the rest of the network later. So now I can clear out all the grass from inside. Okay, so I want to place the rest of the lights in here now. And basically they should always have, is it a gap of 4 or be 4 away? One second while I check on this. Yep, it's a gap of 4. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, put down a torch. So I'm going to start with just counting out from all of these ones on the edge. 1, 2, 3, 4, put one down. Those seem very close together. Well, I'll carry on the pattern and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the secret to the pattern appears to be that in straight lines there should always be a torch 4, you know, with a gap of 4 from every other torch, so long as you're within the bounds. So you start with the ones at the edge, you know, so, but then you actually sort of have to start filling in the rest as well. So like this 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's one there as well. And if there's one there, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Then there must be one there. And if this one's here, then 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there must be one there. 1, 2. And there isn't room that way, so that's okay. That's an awful lot of light. But the idea is that every sapling will have a light source right next to it. So once the saplings start growing, they will start blocking light for each other. But this pattern means that they should be okay. So I'm looking for gaps. 1, so 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I think that's all of them. And now if I'm just comparing this also to the picture I've got. Yep, that's all of them. So now I can fill in the dirt in between. Essentially, everywhere there's a bit of dirt, there should be one of these light sources directly adjacent. This is going to maximize growth time and means that none of them will have the light fully blocked. Oh, hang on, there's a bit of a gap here, isn't there? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I had one missing there. See, now it's like that one's adjacent to that one, that one's adjacent to that one, that one's adjacent to that one, that one's adjacent to that one. But there's still room for a lot of saplings. Now, I'm not going to put those down yet because I want the roof on first. This tree farm has a roof in order to limit the growth height that the trees can get to. That way they'll be easier to harvest. So now I'm just going to do this in dirt for the moment. Now it says to go 9 up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you build your roof out from there. And I think that's because... How high can one dig? Or chop? See? That's as high as you can chop. And it gives a little extra room for the leaves as well, so... I think I'll make this out of... So I think I'll have an outer ring of this, and then I'll fill the inside in with glass. Just want to make sure that mobs don't spawn on that, on the outer area. Oh, did not mean to drop all that down. I'll pick it up in a moment. And we'll just cover this in glass. Just notice that the grass is actually spreading down there. Maybe I need a little more of that cobblestone to go around it. Okay, so that's that. I wonder how that's managed to spread. Has it spread from underneath? Underneath the half slabs? That may be an issue, because half slabs might not kill off grass. And it seems the stuff can actually spread like that, so... So I'm going to have to dig this out a little more. I think it will be okay if I put the half slabs over dirt without there being grass underneath, then I don't think it's an issue. Oh, there goes my spade. See if I've got a spare one. Only a silk touch one. There we go, just a normal one. It's going to be a little slower, but it will do. Fighting a losing battle here. Alright, so we throw the dirt down, then we throw the half slabs down. So I'm pretty certain that once the half slab is on, then the grass cannot spread underneath it because there's no light under there. Oops. Looks like the grass might also be spreading from underneath those jack-o'-lanterns. I might be facing a losing battle here. Wow. Yep. That's what's doing it. How annoying is that? I am determined to not be defeated by grass. So we're going to dig all this out and we're going to look for the ruddy grass blocks. See, things like that. And that one. So if you're going to try and build this yourself and you also don't want grass on the inside, make sure you dig down 2 layers. Or make sure that the maybe put a layer of cobblestone underneath it all. That might be wise. So that must have spread from somewhere, so we just do that, I think. So we just got to keep an eye on it. Wherever grass pops up, we will stamp on it. Okay, so how does that look as a structure? That's reasonable. I mean, it's a little tall and weird. But it will probably look a lot better once all the trees are grown in there or something. The contrast of the cobble to the sandstone looks okay. Again, it sort of blends in a bit with the house. It's a bit jarring against that, but I think it'll do. So we're just waiting a little bit to see whether grass is going to appear again. I think it's worth just digging down by each of these and checking them. Though I think they'd have started spreading by now, most of them. Okay, I think I can put the saplings down now. And what's good is I can just keep my finger down on the mouse button and run around. Don't have to worry about them planting in the wrong place at all. Now, because these are so close together, I won't get as many saplings as I would if I planted them separately. So I'm going to have to see whether or not this is self-sustaining. You know, will it produce enough saplings every time that it can replant itself? So that was a stack of 64 saplings, and I've got 3 left. So in something that's like a 9 by 13 space, I've got 61 oak trees growing. And they should all be easily chop downable. I don't think it will spread sideways, and if it does, they should be an easy height to get. So, well, there we go. One of them has grown already. So that's that one. Now, when it comes to the other types of trees, they need a little more room. So I'm going to have to think about that one for a bit. Well, at least I'm sorted for oak wood, which is what I build most of my buildings and stuff out of. So I'll see you next time. Bye bye. One last thing before we go. I broke my spade digging that out, and I made myself a new diamond shovel. Now, I previously enchanted myself an enchanted book. You can enchant books now, so I put a level 30 enchantment on it and got efficiency 4. So, only costs 6 enchanting levels to get this onto this shovel. So, there we go, a nice efficient shovel. The advantage of the books is now, if you enchant a tool, you can have multiple enchantments on it, but by enchanting books, you can choose what enchantments are going to go onto your tools. So finally, we have a reason to make books other than bookcases. So that's probably how I'm going to do stuff from now on. Bye bye again.